CVA's Accura Series, Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment is being sponsored by Capital Sports.
All right, welcome back, everyone. This Pictures of the Week are being brought to you by Flowers Deer Dude, they're going to be so lined up.
I'd say the juveniles took them a pretty
Juvenile
good bit
did
this
some
past weekend.
damage, yes, I guarantee you. But you just wait till muzzle on.
Yeah,
You wait till
keep
smoke
them
pole.
knives sharp because they coming.
Dude, there'll be a 2-hour wait. You think you're at AutoZone? Take a ticket.
That's right.
What you got for us, Brandon?
All right, our first picture this week, this is Joe Sanders out of Hartsville, Tennessee, with a fish that he caught the other day kayak fishing. He is pretty much a fully dedicated kayak fisherman, and he fishes up around the Old Hickory area quite a bit and sends us pictures pretty often. So we appreciate him sending us that one this week.
That's a great one.
It is. It's a pretty fish. Who is this right here?
This is Bradley Travis, and if this is the young man I took on Sunday, him and his dad, really, really nice folks. The mama is who instigated everything. She stayed up. Did she not stay on me?
She did.
She stayed on me.
She kept you straight. That's not an easy job. She did.
And her name's Tanya. And Tanya, thank you so much, because if you hadn't, I would have let it slip through. But still, I had a great time with your young man there, Bradley, and he had an awesome time. And his dad and I have become really good friends now. And so, you know, thank goodness we took a kid hunting, because I made 2 new friends real easy.
A lot of lifelong friends.
A lot of lifelong friendship. But he killed that one Sunday.
All right, right here I've got, this is John Sharp. And he shot this buck with his bow on Halloween just a couple days ago.
That's a moose.
And I got a call about that deer at about 10 o'clock that night. And, you know, he was excited, and we talked it over and everything. And he went back the next morning and found his deer. And, yes, that is an absolute stud.
That's a stud.
And so it's and that picture right there, it does it some justice. But let me tell you, some of the cell cam photos he had of that deer are unreal. So congratulations to John on
Randall, we'd have to stop that gene pool.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, here we go.
Right here on the
I
end.
knew we'd get a finale here.
This is Miss Emery here with her 8-point buck that she got this past Saturday morning. And so I told her she started out, you know, pretty high towards the top of the list. We don't have
tell you what.
She's put the pressure on me now. So, but,
well, now you got to admit, now Wes, there's over 30,000 members to Tennessee Deer Hunters. Do you think half of them's taking an 8-pointer?
Well, there was a bunch of them, but them 8-pointers.
I'm telling you, there's a bunch of people that's never taken an 8-pointer.
Yeah.
And here she is.
She was pretty excited. She's 6 years old.
And she's taking it.
And so that was
She set the bar high right from the beginning.
Yeah, she did. So just want to remind everybody, you can send us your pictures over here at Southern Woods and Waters at 474 James Robertson Parkway. Or better yet, just send them to us through Facebook or Instagram, either one, and we'll get them here on the show just as quick as we can.
And I got to say to Miss Emery, maybe I ought to start listening to her. She said, if you want to know anything about a buck, you just ask
She had her plan together, and it worked just fine. So
She's just been hiding her experience.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have at the far end over there, we have Mr. Randall Haley, and next to him is our Honorable Wes Stone. And Wes, you are the creator, admin, your baby, your idea, Tennessee Deer Hunters Facebook page. And at last I saw it was over 33,000. It's probably even gained more than that now.
We're right at 42,000 now.
40, and that's because of deer season, probably.
Yeah, we had about 200 a day this time of year.
So 42,000 members strong. And let me say, it's a great, if you want to learn more, Tennessee Deer Hunters would be a great avenue for that. You guys all do a good job, though, of admin to it, keeping it clean, keep it family worthy, good information.
We want it to be informative. You want to keep the integrity of the site good. You know, we want it to be, you know, a good place for all ages. You know,
that's what it's about. And there's a lot of these youth that read, you know, that get on there. My little girl's on there all the time, going through pictures and looking things with me.
Yeah,
and you know, So yeah, that's been a focus with him since day one, and I think that's one of the reasons it's been so successful.
And it's been very successful. I'm gonna tell you. Now you're gonna run across people that, you know, they don't believe we ought to be shooting crossbows or using Pyrodex, and you know,
we have our days.
There's opinions.
Blah, blah, blah.
We have our days, but there's opinions, and everybody's got one. You know, and I just, to me, and I want to say to Wes, because you and I've talked, we're for whatever it takes to get you out there.
Right.
If you got an injury or something, we got ways around that. You can use different things to get out there, but let's quit downing one another and quit fussing amongst ourselves, and just be glad that we're all one team.
That's right.
You know, there's no I in team, is what they said. And teamwork's not necessarily everybody singing the same, it's everybody singing in unison. So that's what we need to do, is concentrate on that. And you guys have done an awesome job doing that.
Well, thank you.
To control that many people.
And it's 24 hours a day live, so it gets tough sometimes.
It does get tough. You know, some things slip through the cracks. You got to admit that. But whenever y'all see it, you catch it. But the rut's coming on, Wes. Even this last weekend with the juveniles, they were seeing bucks chasing does. Maybe not full-blown chasing, but they were like tailwinded, and I call it tailwinding. They get behind them, and they just want to see if there's a sniff. If there is, it's on.
Yep.
So that's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Even with the rain, and people don't like to, a lot of people don't like to hunt the rain. I like to hunt it because that's the freshest scent there is. If he can smell it now, it just was there.
Right.
So, I mean, can y'all enlighten us a little bit about the rut, you and Randall?
Well, I think right now we're going right into the chasing phase. I mean, I think this weekend we're definitely going to be in chasing phase.
Yeah.
And so
now, what phase is that, Wes? I mean,
it's just kind of, you know, these bucks, these bigger bucks are more active. You know, they're finding them does in estrus, and they're scent checking these trails a whole lot, running these ridge lines, scent checking the crosswinds of the wind and thermal currents and everything. So we're more into, you know, the does are ready, you know.
Yeah.
Well, now, Randall, here's a question for you. When we're in that phase, where should a hunter be? Because a lot of them say, well, should I hunt the field? Should I hunt the woods? You know, saddles, transitions. What's the best places to hunt?
Well, I always hunt the fields. I either hunt a field or I hunt a field road going from one field to the other one. We don't go in our woods. You know, we let the bucks stay down in there.
Yeah.
And they're in there. And just hunt where your does are. Don't run your does out of there. You're eventually going to see them bucks, you know. Shoot, 2 weeks ago, my wife called me and said she'd been seeing this buck in the yard, you know, with these does for 2 days. The next morning I'm heading out there, he was laid up, locked up with one beside the driveway, you know.
Don't give that away, because we're going to talk about that next. But on this chasing, and I got to agree with Wes, and you do.
Yeah, oh yeah,
100%. The chasing mode is going on right now. They're scent checking these does. They're running them around in the fields like crazy. The field is a better place, but would you pick a point going out into a field, or a corner, or an island in the woods, or the highest part of the field? Where would you go?
I would pick a place where, if I'm familiar with it, I know where the deer might be coming from if they're bedded.
Okay.
You know, but like I say, if you stay out of the woods, they might be bedded over here, they might be bedded over here. So get where the wind is not going to be blowing across that field, you know, and right now they might be anywhere.
Yeah.
The thing about right now, and a lot of people really don't believe that does are in heat, you know, but they are. All of them are not. They don't all come in. Well, that old buck, if he starts fooling with them does, he gets used to that.
Yeah.
The longer the rut goes, the more used to it he's got to be. And you was talking about a while ago taking off for hunting. If I had 1 week that I had to take off and I couldn't take off another time, it would be Thanksgiving week. No if, and, or buts about it.
That's the better week.
Yeah.
Well, they're really going by then, you know. If he ain't with the doe, by George, he's going to be looking
for the next one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wes, Randall brought up a real good point in what we call the lockdown phase. Now, I've heard it the peak of the rut, whatever, but now I've always known as the lockdown phase.
Right.
Can you explain that to us?
Well, that's the time period of the rut where majority of a good portion of the does have been bred already. So the bucks are kind of, you know, pressure's been on a little bit. A lot of the does have been bred, so.
He's going to lock down with that one receptive one for.
Yeah. So he's looking for that one, you know, one might be left out there, you know, or two, you know, before
and
they
Wes,
come in
I've seen
again.
him locked down for 2 or 3 days. Same doe.
Yeah, I have too. Several times.
Several times. You see them out in a field or something like that, they'll lay down that sage grass, and then all of a sudden, she'll stand up and he'll stand up, you know. And they do that. He'll lock down with her for 3 days.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime that doe is in heat. That old buck got up the other day, there's 8 more deer right there in my yard. I'm looking at them. I tried to get my camera out and I couldn't. So this old buck is laying over there. He was a 3-year-old deer laying there with that doe. That doe gets up, runs out into the yard with these other deer. He's got that little head down, you know how they do, and he stays in the woods. But buddy, he's after her tail sticking out, you know, and going. And they'll lock down when that doe's like that. It don't really matter, you know, when it is.
No.
If he finds one in heat, and he don't have to run them. Right now we're in a chasing thing. That's them young bucks mostly if they're chasing them. That big buck ain't got to chase.
He ain't got to chase him.
She comes
He ain't gotta
looking,
chase
when
him.
you see a doe come hopping across the field, back across it, looking like she's looking for a fawn or something. Right now,
there's a big boy waiting on her somewhere.
Get ready. Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Hey, hold those thoughts right quick. Brendan, we got to do
our product of the week.
And what is it, brother?
So this week's product of the week is being brought to you by our good friends at Caney Fork Outdoors. You can go check them out down here in Donaldson at the old Donaldson Plaza, where they have their store down there, and Ryan will help you out down there. You can go up to the Caney Fork exit up there at Center Hill Dam and see them at the Big Rock Market. So give them a call. They still have a lot of good deals going on right now with these kayaks, closing them out. And
Christmas right around the corner.
That's right. Going to get some Christmas gifts taken care of.
I'm telling you. What do you got for us tonight?
What I've got this week, you know, we've been talking muzzleloader and this, that, and other. And you know that recently I've gotten a new muzzleloader and we've been shooting them quite a bit, and I've been very impressed. But this is the Nikon Inline XR scope, and this is specifically designed for a muzzleloader. And with these guns now, we've got them, you know, they're shooting out to 300 yards, I mean, accurately. And with the BDC system on this, you know, I've got different settings that tells me exactly where to hold for each of those yardages. But just for the cost of these scopes and the quality you get out of them, I mean, I've not seen any that I think in this price range compare as far as seeing right there at that dusk and dawn period and things like that. So just been very impressed with it. But and this is, some people are familiar with the Omega muzzleloader scope, and this is basically the new version of that.
Awesome.
So, but yeah, it's just been a fantastic scope. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm ready to use it in the woods now.
Well, can I borrow your Saturday just to see how good it is?
No, I don't know. I got an old one you can borrow.
Gee, thanks, friend. I'll tell you what, we got to take another break. When we come back, we're going to open up our phone lines for you at 737-7767. But we got more of the infamous Randall Haley and our good friend Wes Stone. Be right back with more Southern Woods Waters.
Loggins. The three legends, Bill Dance, Jimmy Houston, and Roland Martin, want you to come fish with them in country music's biggest stars November 4th on Old Hickory Lake. This individual big bass tournament features multiple weigh-ins, a super low entry fee, thousands of dollars in prizes, and your chance to win $1 million. Kids can fish for free. Bring the whole family to the party in the park for free music, great food, lots of fun, and all for a worthy cause. Check out castforacure.org for more information.